The worst pain in life that stays forever is the pain of regret. Bottom line, there's been things in all of our lives that we can look back on if we're truly honest with ourselves, where we have the pain of regret. And that pain is throbbing. It does not easily leave. We can learn to accept it. We can learn to move forward. But the bottom line is that the pain of regret is real in our lives. So if you're thinking of doing something and you're unsure, maybe the problem is that you're using your 6 inches to make the decision and not communicating with others what you're thinking of doing. Well, you're thinking to yourself, well, what would that make a difference? Well, it makes a huge difference. When you bounce ideas off of somebody else, it gives you the ability to a couple different things. You get an opinion from somebody else, not necessarily that their opinion is right, but what it really does, number two, what it really does, I know for myself when I bounce ideas off of people, so that I don't have to worry about having regrets by making the improper choice, is it causes me to think more critically about my choice. It makes my conscious and subconscious mind go to work. So I might not get the decision that I want, right? Or the solution I want from communicating with others or, critically thinking about it immediately. But what it does do is it gives my mind time to work on it. So another thing I recommend to people is do not make a decision rashly. Don't just jump in with both feet. If it's something that you are homing and hawing about and thinking to yourself, well, I'm not sure if I want to do that. What happens if this happens or that happens? That is exactly why you need to communicate with somebody about it, to bounce that idea off them. And no matter really what their opinion is, it's going to help you speak it out loud. Guess what? Speaking things out loud allows our brain to realize that we're serious about it. So you're not just sitting and thinking about it. Your brain is actually hearing it. Your auditory part of your brain is hearing you communicate about the fact that you are thinking about doing something, that you want to accomplish something. So when you're talking about it with somebody else, it's not necessarily what they say that is key. What it is that you're talking it out loud. And then your brain can critically think about it and then give yourself a 24-hour period. Sometimes that's impossible because we need to act on the fly. But in most circumstances, the regrets I've had in my life that are a pain that I will hold on to forever, I've learned to accept it. Doesn't mean that the pain isn't real when it does come up into my mindset, because regrets do come up. What it does do, though, is allows me to, again, think about it and make a proper decision the next day. So I always try to think on stuff. I also, as a Christian, I pray on it too, right? Because I believe that, I believe that God and I believe the Holy Spirit are present in my life. And I believe that, by praying about it, I'm going to get an answer. Do I always listen? No, sometimes it's taken me 2-3 days of thinking about something before I actually listen to the answer that I'm receiving. Whether you believe it's from God or whether you believe it's just your brain coming up with the answer, doesn't matter to me. What does matter is that you've given yourself time to critically think about it, that you've spoken it out loud by talking about it with somebody else. Sometimes it can be a group of people. I belong to a fantastic mastermind where we bounce ideas off of one another. And then everybody has an opportunity to share, in that period of time that I've brought up what I'm concerned about, or I want some assistance with, or I want somebody else's thought process on. And it allows me to be more present in what it is that I'm looking at wanting to achieve. And that mastermind has helped me make some critical choices, good critical choices, and also stop me and avoid me from making bad critical choices. Were they the catalyst? In some cases, yes, because they allowed me to speak out what I was wanting to achieve. They give their results or what they thought was the right thing to do, and then I slept on it. Again, sometimes a day, sometimes a couple days, and then I made a choice. And those choices have ended up making me feel better and no regrets, right? Again, some of those choices were me not doing things that I was prepared to do. And thank goodness I spoke it out to other people, helped me critically think about it. I slept on it 24, 48, 72 hours, like 1 to 3 days, whatever, made a choice. And in every case, since I've started developing that mindset of communicating with others so I hear what I want to do out loud and then I sleep on it and I pray on it, I've made better conscious choices. So I hope this makes sense. Don't suffer the pain of regret if you at all can avoid it. I know I have far too much of that in my life, and it could have been avoided had I literally communicated with others, critically thought about it, stewed on it, and didn't just make a rash decision, which led to regret, which is a pain that sucks because it's stuck with you for life. I look forward to talking tomorrow. I hope you're doing well. God bless you all. Peace out. Stay out of trouble. Stay safe. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.